My images definitely come from personal experience. I was sort of working a lot with sort of ideas about adolescence, like how a moment of time could like stand in for a feeling or for, a an insecurity or a connection with somebody else that I really like a lot. The work is based a lot on my friends and I in junior high and high school. When you're 14 or you're 15, or maybe even younger, like there's a real bravado that I wish I still had. And it feels really powerful. Like when you're coming into your sexuality, there's like a certain power that kind of came with that where, like I call it like new sexy or something where and you see girls with it where they're like, oh my God, I can stop traffic. I've got like these things on my chest and I can like literally stop traffic. And it's just sort of like, and you get a little like power drunk with it, and it's, and I just think that's so, fleeting and sort of electric in a way. I don't know. I'm totally fascinated with intimacy and really fascinated with sort of, relationships or like depicting sort of relationships that are ambiguous or not really knowing kind of where one ends and where the other begins, which is another reason why adolescence was such a interesting topic in a way. I think if we're honest, sexuality is really part of everyday life in a way that like I don't want to shy away from, even though like I don't want to make erotica either. I was interested in talking about sort of the complicated aspects of being a woman and how early that starts and how you both, or how I both wanted sexual attention and wasn't ready for it, or how I both, judged my friends for being promiscuous and was really jealous of them. You're just so excited and in that one moment that you're not really thinking about like how it's being seen or how other people are reacting to it or the consequences it can have. We were so loyal and we loved each other so much, and in a lot of ways we were really bad for each other, This body of work is really about the friendships between women. Like they're really about like my friendships with my friends. I think that everybody has a really interesting story. I just think you have to be really, really honest with yourself and really have the distance to be able to pick out like what's interesting about that. I think especially with the work that I've been doing over the past couple of years is really based off of memory and is based off of sort of conflicting memories of my adolescence and sort of the idea of having different, like remembering so vividly how I felt at the time and looking back at it with a very different take on what was going on. And there's no real memory. There's nothing really to hold on to. And so a lot of this work is very personal, and it is about me and it is about my friends. And, sometimes friends have different memories, and I've had friends, kind of call me out and say, well, that didn't happen like that. They're definitely not like going for a greater truth, and they're definitely not wed to true events. They're wed to trying to get to a sense of truthfulness, even if it's through lots and lots of lies. I'm at the very beginning of this project. I'm painting portraits of men from life, and I'm haven't figured it out quite yet. I try to always leave lots of room in my practice for failure, because I think that's the only way that like I get good things, is if I sort of assume that everything could be a failure. the way that I like to paint is sort of like trying to like make sense out of chaos, or like trying to like set up a bunch of things and then like work them all out all at once, and sort of and hopefully like you don't know what's going to happen, but then it happens and then it's great. And so that's sort of like what will happen on like a good painting day.